This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment and educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all that YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see I'm analyzing that data. But like I tell every day, the day they release us is false. I'm going to give us a false narrative of the market so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo seem to be allowing fraudsters to get on the Zelle platform and rob their customers of $456 million. The situation is getting so out of control that they're holding a committee meeting on this. And here's something that I didn't even know existed. Did you guys know there's a permanent subcommittee on investigations? I had no idea this even existed. But where is this permanent subcommittee on investigation when it comes to the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market? Why aren't they holding meetings on that? I'm not saying that the fraud and corruption in the Zelle shouldn't be investigated. Of course it should. But we're talking $456 million. Retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the law lose trillions of dollars because of the fraud and corruption in the stock market. And we had a permanent subcommittee on investigations who has been doing absolutely nothing. Okay? But it all boils down to this. Who's paying off the politicians? You pay off the politicians, you're allowed to rob and steal with no real consequences. Now, do I think that the banks have a fiduciary responsibility to maintain the fraud and corruption on the Zelle platform? Of course they do. Of course they do. The banks, and this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm not telling you to use a bank or not use a bank. But they allow certain things to go on because they receive benefits from it. And even if they got the money back, would they tell the customer? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. And you know why? The banks that are having liquidity issues, they need as much cash on hand as possible. And because they're having liquidity issues, even if they went after the bad actors, I'm not 100% sure they would reimburse the consumers. Okay? And that's just my opinion. I have no evidence of this. This is just a theory of mine based on how I know these guys operate over the last 3 years. A customer will file a complaint. The banks might investigate. They might not investigate. They might know exactly how to stop the transaction. But will they tell the customer that they stopped the transaction and got the money back 100% of the time? I don't think so. I think that the bank's liquidity issue has reached to a level that when customers make complaints about fraud, even if the bank recoups the money, I don't think the money is going back to the people who actually lost it. And that is why $456 million is complained to be lost by consumers on the Zelle platform. Because I don't think it's possible for the banks to be able to be transferring money between banks and they can't shut that down. Almost impossible. Okay? Impossible because they know where the money originated. They know where it landed. And you need ID to open a bank account. So for the banks to claim that they didn't get that money back, I don't agree. Just my opinion. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But if I was a betting guy, I would bet that a lot of this money the bank got back and it just never got to the consumer because the banks are having liquidity issues and they're trying to hold on to as much cash as possible. And you guys know this is not good for the AMC GME naked shorters because as their liquidity runs out, they will be forced to close out their AMC and GME short positions, and then AMC and GME could go to the moon. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think the banks have no idea where this Zelle money's going, when it's going from one certified bank to another certified bank. Okay? Of course they do. Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.